Hey everyone, this is Shanta, and I just wanted to come on today because, and this is very impromptu. I have nothing prepared, so be prepared for it to not make any sense. um, but I just watched a video from Quotidianlight, and she really hit home on a lot of feelings that I have. Sorry about that. Feelings that I have, and just you know, just in general. I'll get into it, but she just really hit home for me. She was responding to a video that was basically, I guess, expressing some frustrations about the questions that are asked of veteran lockers, and I haven't watched that video, so I'm not going to comment on it. But Quotidian, in her response video, basically, talked about the lock community needing to be honest and forthcoming and embracing, and that is very, very true. And honestly, I can say I have been unintentionally guilty. Um, now, I mean, not dishonest at all, but um, intentionally guilty of not sharing enough. I would say that is what I'm guilty of, because at this point, I feel like my locks are same old, same old. I do the same old thing. I don't do anything special. I don't do what everybody else does. I do my own thing constantly. And a lot of times I don't feel like I have a place now. Um, I know, being one of the people who started this whole YouTube lock thing, it's funny to feel like you no longer have a place. And I don't know my niche. I don't know where it is, because I'm doing Shanta. And I don't really know how that falls into trying to explain that to someone else. Or um, even though I've been natural for going on 11 years, and I've had locks for going on 10, unless you want to take out the 8 months that I was, I had my hair loose, that I was in loose natural. I've done this one head all the time. And so everything that I say is based off of this one head right here. And so sometimes when I'm asked a question and I have not encountered it myself, I have not encountered that same issue, either because mentally I've never been in that particular place that person is at right now, which is not wrong or right. It's not just where I've never been there. I never thought of that, never crossed my mind. Um, or, because of my hair, I just never encountered it. Um, for whatever reason, when they ask me a question, sometimes I feel like my answer may not be right. And I worry tremendously that I might lead somebody down the wrong path. Um, and so that really, that probably accounts for about 90% of my silence. A, not really knowing what to talk about, and B, not wanting to lead somebody astray. Um, because I know, like, at this point in my life, I do a whole bunch of stuff. I color my hair all the time. Do, I take scissors. I look at something. I say, oh, I don't like that clip, and it doesn't bother me. I don't even give things a second thought a lot of times, and that's probably wrong, but we still maintaining. We still holding on. But I know that not everybody can do that. I know not everybody can do that. And I'm prepared for if any of these harebrained things that I think about, I'm prepared for the worst. If my hair turns to straw, okay, don't do that no more. if I gotta cut them off, well, that was a biggie, Shanti. Don't want to do that again. But I'm prepared for either way. I'm prepared regardless, good or bad. And I know not everybody may be there. They see, your good results, and they're going to want the same thing. And if they don't get it, they're going to be like, why did you tell me to do this? So I don't want to be responsible. I would feel so bad, and I would probably like to melt into the concrete if I could, if somebody ever told me I took your advice and, my hair fell out. I would die. So, so a lot. So that accounts a lot for sometimes when I don't answer a question, because I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not a cosmetologist. I don't do a lot of heads. I do my head and my daughter's hair. And that's about it. That's all I know. So, so that's what. And everything I say is just my experience in here. And I know everybody doesn't have my hair. But that doesn't mean that I can't share. I can't share my day to day, and I can't, and it doesn't. And just because it's not spectacular and it's not, the finest juices and berries, like I make reference to, several times, just because those things aren't a part of my routine doesn't mean I can't share. And and perhaps it will help the person who is trying to follow the path of the finest juices and berries and finding that it's not working okay. Maybe they will realize that, hey, it don't have to be this way. And, I just don't understand, why do we get so caught up in what something is supposed to be. You're supposed to do this. You can't call yourself a semi-free former. You can't, you can't use Suave. You can't use, beeswax. You can't use Ant Pro. You can't do this, I don't know why we get I just don't understand. I don't understand why we get like that. If it works for that person and it makes them happy, so be it. So be it. I would say, as long as nobody is coming on there acting like they're an expert and telling, saying everybody should go out and, dump a pound of beeswax in their locks and, it'll be great. As long as they're not saying BS like that, then so what? So what? It works for them. As long as they're being honest and saying what they actually do, it works for them. And so why can't they share? And, and same for me. Why can't I share? Because it may be of interest to some. It may be of interest that, I'm a restless individual and I feel the need to color my hair something different every other month. It may help them out. I don't always act on it, but, just so maybe if they could feel like, really, she does too? Oh, okay. That's normal. Or, just, I don't know, because even down to things like retwisting and stuff like that, like, people feel like that stuff is set in stone, and it's not. It's not. And you don't have to be in a category. I don't have to be a free former. I don't have to be a semi-free former. Just I'm doing my locks, and that's what I'm doing with it. I don't understand. I really don't understand why we have to be so exclusive and, cliquish. And if we could just respect where everybody is in their journey, then I feel like we wouldn't need to have these, we wouldn't need to be that way. We really wouldn't. And like Quotidian said, you just don't know. You don't know what somebody's experience is. You just have no idea. You don't know how they were raised. You just don't know. Like, I'm surprised that here in Texas, now I live in a small town in Texas. Not small. I mean, it's a small, big town. The amount of black women that come up to me and ask me, what is my hair? Like, what is it? I'm like, I'm sure you have had to have seen Lil Wayne, somebody, anybody, who else got locks that's out there? I don't know. Lil Wayne, we go with Lil Wayne. I mean, I'm sure that my hair don't look that much different from his that you can't at least say, oh, those are dreadlocks or those are locks. But even there, I mean, I honestly get more understanding out of my hair out of white people that come up to me than I do from, the average sister or brother. I mean, if I just curl my locks, they think that they must not be locks. They must be something else because they're curled. I didn't know you could do that, and I'm dead serious. So there's a lot of ignorance out there, and it's not for us to make anybody feel bad about that, about not knowing something. Um, because just because there's a wealth of information, they may not have had, seeing me or seeing whoever may be that person that strikes that chord that says, you know what, I'm going to find out about that. And if I approach them and, and I'm standoffish and I'm like, what kind of stupid question is that? What are they taking back? What are they taking back to say, how I represent that community, So, with all that being said, and I know this is getting long, I just want to say, ask away. At this point, because of, definitely what Quotidian said, I will try not to be so afraid of, making a misstep in my advice. And really just letting you know is going to be my best guess. But, I don't want anyone to feel excluded, not welcome, or that what they have to say or what they are feeling is wrong. I could help you as much as I can to let you know that maybe your expectation is not, may not be, your expectation may not be your results with the path that you are asking me about. But I would definitely could never say that somebody has no business locking. You know, um, Never that. Never that. Everybody's hair, white, black, Asian, Caucasian, if you leave it alone and don't do anything to it, it will lock. So you can't say that somebody has no business locking. If they have the desire to lock, then it is. It's for them. If they have that desire in their mind, it's for them. And sometimes it takes doing it before you realize what it is and what it isn't. But definitely, I don't think anybody has the place to say something isn't for somebody. Because if you're determined and you work hard enough, who knows? I mean, my lock journeys have not been cakewalks. So at month 3, should I have said, you know what? Fuck it. Put me a perm in here and be done with it. I mean, because honestly, that's what I could have said. But now we, 10, 11 years strong. Friends, that is it. So, closing words, ask away. I'm going to try my best to be more present and, just be more forthcoming with, just what's going on with me and, and the locks. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care of yourself.